guys, it's time for a Quickie. This is that time we put 10 minutes on the clock and we break down all latest breaking news in a more in-depth conversation because everybody's got time for a Quickie, guys. And you guys voted up and tell us who should win Hot Takes. All right, I'm starting that buzzer. I'm starting that timer. Let us talk about all the latest breaking news starting now, guys. All right, let's talk about it. So I'm going to go over to, let's go to Sean fast. I know Sean's super excited about Brave New World. He was kind of getting into it already here, Sean, right? So you hear about this Brave New World. You see what's been going on. Did we need this movie? Can they actually give Captain America Anthony Mackie a movie that actually is, well, it's going to treat his Captain America character great? Or is this what we get and this is it?
I mean, what they've shown us so far, no. I felt like Falcon Winter Soldier was a decent step in the right direction, and then this was just a goddamn mess. The amount of reshoots that they did here, shoehorning in things from Edward Norton's Hulk, making people give a shit about where Bolt Ross was all this time after, Captain America Civil War. What the fuck? It was disappointing. He didn't really get a chance to do much. Even like the new Falcon, right? Like his new sidekick felt like got to do a little bit more than Captain America. It was disappointing. It was a really weird CGI usage on the leader. That poor man just looks like broccoli-headed, moldy McMold man.
Yeah.
I don't feel like they gave Anthony Mackie anything to really work with or really kind of do. It was disappointing. They obviously didn't keep any of the Serpent Society shit aside from shoehorning in Giancarlo Esposito because they felt like, let's just give this guy, maybe he's a name that people want to go see. That character had no big fucking reason to exist. The MacGuffin machine. Mr. MacGuffin machine.
Fit him in there too. You can tell he just fucking fit him in there, you know?
It did. But like somewhere on this cutting room floor, Seth Rollins has got his old Serpent Society suit. And that script will probably leak or something. We'll know what the hell the original plans were. But what we got was a real disappointment to the new Captain America. He's not going anywhere, GR. You could still watch it. It's
sad
okay.
to say.
It's okay. Don't even start, man. It's an okay movie, and Marvel should be okay with okay. But this was just. There was not enough for Anthony Mackie to do, and it was just moving after. Don't what? What are we gonna do?
What? Nothing's
Yeah, exactly. The leader's motivations were whole suspect. Giving them up at the end made no goddamn. It just felt so disjointed because of course it was because of all the reshoots and figuring out what the hell they were gonna do.
And you see his original look actually looked more comic accurate. They did all the special effects makeup. They had like a little time, like a time lapse of it doing that. I was like, this is actually really cool. And then they're like, fuck that. Let's go with CG.
They're so cautious and they keep flirting with the idea of being great again. And Thunderbolts was a nice step in that direction. I can start Thunderbolts all you want, but I think you did that last week, so don't worry about it.
No, we'll bring up some Thunderbolts later. Bring up some Thunderbolts later. Yeah.
Good. Sounds good.
Yeah.
But yeah, Brave New World. Go watch it if you haven't seen it. Support Anthony Mackie, of course. But you don't have to watch this twice. The other thing I didn't say in my hot takes is, everyone remember Pop-Up Video? Remember those?
Pop-Up Video.
I had to explain Pop-Up Videos to a young child, and I felt 80 years old. But like doing that for like the Marvel shit, I think would be pretty cool.
Angel.
Explain that a little bit more. But there you go.
That'd be awesome. They just did that like in all their stuff. Like this scene was reshot. This scene, the actor couldn't be available.
This character's licensing agreement ran out. We don't use this anymore.
And Stuart, welcome to Cruise Control, Stuart. He said the problem is with Marvel films is that some properties become sacrificial cow when things are appended and expect Cap had stuff associated with Kang build up, but then they had too much to throw out. Yeah, there was probably a bunch of stuff in there that might have been tying, and then they did massive reshoots, which they still wouldn't accept, Stuart, how much they spent on it. They're like, oh no, it wasn't $320 million. It was only $180 million, even though we had like 3 or 4 months. Get that. Yeah, but that happens. Things get hurt that way, and I think Captain America was one of those. Spencer, do you think that's true too? You think that they suffered because of the whole redirection of the MCU?
Absolutely. I think, but I mean, they've got so many moving pieces now. Who knows how often they change the direction they're on right when they're doing it, I've heard about massive. I mean, even Doctor Strange had some massive reshoots whenever I was filming another show. And, Yeah, I mean, it's sad to me being in the business sometimes because you hear about it and then you see it and then you're like, oh, yeah, I see all those reshoots. I feel like it was all very heavy on Harrison Ford for this, and it was just like, let's just reshoot Harrison Ford 1,000 times and crank it out of that, And I was like, yeah, I don't know. I was quite disappointed personally, but whatever. You got a lot you're working with there. TV shows, it's all got to connect, and it's all got to feed. That's, I think, the biggest problem is they're like, oh, you need to watch this in order to understand the next thing. And it's like, nah, just brush over it. Yeah? Just brush the film and then give me a recap and I'm good. Yeah?
No, they need to have it all connect. That's why the Disney Plus stuff didn't really work out that well, too.
I don't know. I could talk about this all day, but yeah.
Do you think that DC is in the right direction what they're doing? Because Lanterns, I know you're a big Green Lantern fan, and now the whole bringing it into being more grounded, max volume, or going, True Detective style. Do you like what they're doing this so far? Are you excited about this series? And can it bring the DCU into a better forefront for the MCU these days?
I think DC is going to do pretty decent moving forward. I think James Gunn's got a pretty good grasp of a lot of this, and it all starts from him, and I think he's overwhelmed, but also pretty good at making sure this all works out. We'll talk about Superman later. I think it's going to be great. Lantern so far, I don't know. It's I've heard it's going to be like True Detective, but I saw that there's some crew members that are from True Detective. I think cinematography. And I don't know if that's why they think that's going to be like that.
One of the original showrunners too is attached to it as well.
Okay, that's pretty huge. I'm pretty excited. So far, it looks like the whole universe we're starting very expanded, whereas like Marvel, we grew into that, right, from our 3 main guys or whatever. So we're just going to start off with a wide world of. Some people are going to be pissed. Too many people, too many superheroes to pay attention to. If you're into it, you're into it. I'm going to be happy.
I really hope it's great. I think they need a win there at DC. They need a win. They need something big like that. They're branching up this new universe.
I think it's going to go.
I think it will be.
I think like Gunn's, like why the Suicide Squad reboot worked is you didn't give anyone a whole bunch of backstory. You didn't have to waste time showing them started. It felt very lived in immediately from the get. And I think that's what the sense seems to be, especially with the Superman stuff that we're seeing. I feel like Lanterns is going to be the same way. Like, it's just, we are actually behind where this universe is. We are catching up to and seeing how this is already existed. I love that idea. That is really good fan service and not really cowtailing to, not everyone needs it. Like, these characters have been around for 80 years, 100 years in some cases. Not 100 years. I don't know why I said that. But a long time. What was it, 75? Somebody had a big old anniversary recently. I like that. I think it's a good change. I think audiences are okay with this, and I don't know. Like, I'm happy that we're not wasting so much time rehashing origins we've seen done dirty by 3 other directors already.
That's how you start.
And speaking,
it's how you show up and you're like, exactly. Oh, who are these guys? And then you're like, oh, how much research do I want to do on each of these people to figure out how much it pertains to the story? Like every time you open it, you're like, oh, this is a new guy, but he seems like he's a part of this group somehow, and they know each other from plenty of history.
And it's filled in eventually or something, right? Like even
just find it out.
Peacemaker show did a fine.
I'm excited about that next
catching
season.
You up as to like
why enjoy John Cena and Peacemaker.
He's so fucking good. I just wish GR was in there. GR, what do you think about this DCU news at all? Huh? Are you excited about Lanterns? And also, do you think the Lanterns can find out what happened to fucking Harry?
I don't think anybody really can. Not even Sean with his taking him into Baltimore.
Yeah. You're welcome anytime you want to come here, Harry. I'll put that out.
Are you excited about Lanterns, though, GR?
I'd like to see. I want to see it because the crew is incredible, and I've loved the storyline since, well, not 100 years, as Sean quite accurately put it, but
I overshot. That's fair.
A good 70 years.
Yeah. Good 70 years. I'm also excited about Kristen Ritter coming in, guys. I know we're almost out of time. I think that's awesome that they're bringing her in, Devil. I think that'd be fun. Spencer, did you like Daredevil? Did you watch it?
Green Lanterns have been around for at least 80 years. So
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, 80 years.
Right,
yeah, I did. I
oh yeah,
there are things I liked, things I didn't. Really like Jessica Jones. Really like Kristen Ritter. So I'm excited for that.
I think it's gonna be great. Guys, great Quickie. And GR, I'm sorry, didn't get much time there, GR.
yeah, GR. I'm sorry. We will
It's
be
all right. The
silent.
two experts were talking. I
We're
can
going to
live
be
with
silent in the next segment. You take this entire thing. I'll go to the bathroom. Spencer, let's go. We'll do a sidebar.
I'm gonna go to Sean's bathroom. I'll be right back.
We'll see.
Well, great. Quick takes,
that.
everybody.
That's more information than I wanted to know about.
Oh,
Good bathroom.
boy.
We're redoing it. It's going to look lovely.
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the Pepestar needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.
Control show.